Welcome to this week's episode of the Ranting Podcast, the Rant Files, the podcast that has strong opinions and zero filters. I'm Nick, and this is my lovely wife, Miranda.
Hi.
She's going into this episode completely blind and doesn't know what any of the topics are. So let's get right into it. First up, we got Rant or Rave, as usual. I picked 4 topics, and we'll see which one Miranda wants to rant or rave about. This week, you got pajamas in public, AI troubleshooters, that's like phone and online, working on the weekends, and texting versus calling. What's acceptable in 2025?
Rant or rave, I don't know. I guess
you even hate one.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm trying to think.
I have descriptions.
I don't have like with the pajamas in public. Is that just like kids or like adults going out?
No, fucking
in public?
adults. Adults. No, kids are okay. Adults specifically. So I have like examples for them if you want to hear that one.
Sure.
Okay. So the rant would be, when did having to change out of pajamas become too much effort? And then the rave would be, I love pajamas and I love going to Walmart. Win-win.
I mean, not for me. So I guess that I don't know. I've never really been like a pajamas in public. I'm always I don't know. That's just never really been my thing.
We could always dissect pajamas versus like workout clothes too. Because I think, to me, workout clothes are a lot more acceptable in public than fucking pajamas.
Well, yeah, because like, I mean, people just use that as like loungewear too.
Yeah, that's true.
But then it's like, did I go to the gym? Am I coming back from the gym? No, I was sitting on my couch all day, but you don't know because I'm wearing leggings.
Those could be their pajamas, I guess.
Yeah, it could. I don't know. I mean, this is all I've really got on that. I don't know. And
I see it a lot, and it's like people just never get out of pajamas.
Yeah.
It's like, do you just get out of the shower and just get into fucking pajamas?
Yeah.
And just stay in it all day? That's wild to me.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I just think it looks like kind of sloppy, but I mean.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah. I was just never like going to school and stuff. I always think it's kind of funny. I think that it's like part of the dress code at the school here that like they're not supposed to wear their pajamas to school unless it's like a dress up day or something.
That's fair. Makes sense.
Like, I remember when I was in school and there was, like always the girls that had like the Cookie Monster pajama pants or whatever, like some dumb shit like that. Yeah, and I was always just like, dude, just go put on a pair of jeans. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, something.
But I don't know. I mean,
do you think
that was just me.
Do you think it matters on the atmosphere
for
pajamas?
Like as far as
like
school or
so like some people a lot of people like to be very comfortable on like planes. So would that be acceptable?
I mean,
if you're on like a red eye, something like that.
I guess if that's what you want to do, I don't know. I've just seen like a lot of things, especially as I've gotten older, I guess, is like you should dress more like not necessarily like super professionally, but like presentable at the airport because you never know who like you're going to meet. Like people are always coming and going and stuff like that.
That's true.
So, I mean, that's just
like
one
networking
thing. But
opportunities
yeah,
kind of
like
thing?
that's one thing that people say. I guess whenever I go, I guess I'm not going into it like I need to look super professional or anything like that, but I also don't go wearing pajamas. So
to
like,
the airport kind of thing?
Like I go comfortable enough to like be sitting in a plane.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I mean,
well, in my mind too, like I carry shit in the airport. Especially if I'm flying like out of the country or into the country.
Exactly.
Or, like if I need a passport and I need the fucking boarding ticket and I need I need my wallet. I need all this stuff.
I feel like that's some real like type B shit to be wearing like just pajamas at the airport and not.
Can you imagine somebody being in pajamas and no bag? Just not a fucking care in the world. Just how do you exist?
I'd be like, where are you going? Where are you coming from?
Yeah.
What did you just do? What are you about to do?
Especially if you don't go to baggage claim.
I have
who
so
the
many
fuck
questions. Yeah.
Like you're a serial killer.
Yeah. What are you doing?
Like,
literally just where are you going?
Like
where are you
nothing.
coming from?
Nothing.
Those are, my main questions because why don't you have anything?
So, so the atmosphere doesn't really matter then is what you're saying.
I mean, just for me, like I'm not going to go out wearing pajamas. I guess if people want to do it, then that's whatever. But
I get being comfortable, but there's also like, you can look presentable and still be comfortable.
Yeah.
You know?
Like it just, some people it just really it makes them look like a big old slob kebab.
For real.
Like-
Yeah. And then could you imagine meeting somebody that like, I don't know, you look up to, or like an idol, or I don't know, like a celebrity,
guess.
or like networking possibilities. And
Well,
you're
that's
dressed
what
like
I was thinking.
fucking
Yeah. If
slob.
I like end up being out and I see like, you know, it ends up being kind of like a networking opportunity, like you said.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, I'm wearing fucking pajamas.
Yeah. That doesn't look good.
Like I probably
Especially
am not
like
going to
a
get very
Tuesday
far
afternoon.
in that, in that networking opportunity there.
No. You don't have a whole lot going on.
I don't know. I've just always, I guess maybe it's because like my pajamas aren't like regular pajamas. I don't know how to explain. I don't have like the like pajama sets or whatever, you know? So like for me, when I'm like, my pajamas are just like
tracksuit or whatever.
yeah,
right?
like I don't wear, you know, like those kind of pajama pants and stuff like that. So for me, when I think of
wear
me,
your pajamas in public.
exactly, that's what I'm saying. I can't wear my pajamas out in public because like they're not regular pajamas.
Right.
Like I got everything just flowing in the wind. So, that's why I don't do it.
Yeah.
I would definitely look like a sloppy, I don't even know what.
I guess.
But like, I just, that's why.
It wouldn't look like professional, obviously, but
no, they would probably be like, what's the matter with you? Like, why do you look this way? Because like, no, when I put on my pajamas, I'm comfy. I'm ready to go lounge and be a bum. And like, everything, you know, the whole demeanor matches the outfit.
I think I think it not only like tells a lot of, like in public, it tells a lot of people, it tells everybody a lot about you. But it also brings a lot of like self-confidence. Like when you look presentable, you look good, you smell good, you know, it's like, that's a whole different dynamic than going somewhere in like a networking opportunity, you know?
I mean, I would hope that
And,
if you're
like-
going out to like an event like that you actually do put in the effort. But as far as like the everyday just going out.
Well, that's the thing though. Not all networking is done in a networking or at a networking event.
I know.
It could be just some
But that's
random interaction.
exactly.
So
That's what I was saying
you
about
never
like the
know.
airport and stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Even in
I'm not a
public?
fan of it. I don't do it. And like, there's been times when like we were going to go somewhere and, you know, like I go to leave with the kids or something. And I'm like, you have got to change. Like you can't go out in public looking like that.
Why,
I'm
are they wearing
sorry.
like pajamas or something?
Or like, I mean, they don't do it now because they know that I'm like, go change your fucking clothes.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. Malachi's tried to leave when he just looked like absolutely ridiculous sometimes. And I'm like, can you please like look presentable?
Right.
Look like somebody raised you,
Yeah,
please.
that's true.
Like that's where,
That's
what I always tell him. I'm
That's
like, can you just
true.
look like there's somebody that like gives a shit about you at
You
home?
weren't raised by wolves.
Please. Yeah. Like you walk out of the house looking like this. People are going to look at me like I'm a negligent parent because they're going to be like, why the fuck does your kid look like that? I'm all for you expressing yourself and everything. Mm-hmm. You're not going to walk out looking like a slob. And then people are going to look at me like I can't take care of my kids or something. Like it's a lot.
Off that point, though, there's sometimes where I'll drop off like the kids at school, and like we'll be in the line for the right along the curb in front of the school, and there are some kids that jump out of some cars that I'm like, who fucking allowed you to walk out of the house like that? It's not always pajamas. Sometimes it is, you know.
Some
but
of
like
the stuff
usually
that,
it's not even pajamas. It's just like off the wall type shit.
Some of
like,
the stuff that
who
kids
the
wear
fuck
now.
let
I'm
you walk
like,
out of the house like that? But like usually it's like an older sister or something like that dropping off her younger sister. And I'm like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
You're in like 6th grade.
I know.
Like you got to calm the fuck down.
I know. I see it all the time at the elementary school. Like they're going to pick up their siblings and got all the crop tops and stuff. And I'm like, they let you guys wear this shit in school?
Is that the cutoff? That's the half
like
shirt. Okay.
And I'm like, how old
I don't
are
think
you?
those are allowed in schools.
I don't know.
I don't think so. Yeah.
I honestly don't know.
Interesting.
So, but I just kind of look at them and I'm like, you look like you're maybe in like middle school or high school.
Yeah.
Like they let you wear that stuff at school. I didn't know
I wonder
that
if
they
it gets checked.
I
Checked at
don't
the
know.
door, you know.
We used to get dress coded like a motherfucker. So like,
Yeah.
that's what I was like, do they let you guys do that?
I don't think those standards are getting looser. as time goes on. I think they're getting more strict.
That's what I thought.
So yeah.
Yeah, because I thought
Isn't
like
the
it seemed like
fingertips thing? Isn't that a thing?
Yeah,
the
well,
fingertips
that's how it used to be, is
on
what I'm
the
saying. I
thighs or
thought for
whatever?
a while there that it seemed like it was getting really, like almost too restrictive, that I was like, this is getting out of hand. Like, you guys have got to calm down. Let kids wear what they want to
in the
wear.
situation or looking at it now?
Well, now as an
Or both?
adult,
Okay.
I mean, obviously, when I was in school, I was just like, whatever. It is what
I
it
could
is.
see being against it when you're that age because you're like, well, why can't I wear this?
The biggest thing was
But,
like
like-
you can't wear spaghetti straps, or like that was the big thing at my school, is like the girls can't wear like the tank tops with the spaghetti straps.
Okay.
Or something.
Too
So
much
like
skin or?
apparently a shoulder is so distracting to boys.
Oh, okay.
So I don't know, but whenever I always do like a tank top and a sweater anyway. So
Right,
like if I
yeah.
did, I mean, I never got in trouble for anything
Yeah,
like that.
right.
I don't know, whatever. I didn't really pay that much
Kids
attention
nowadays,
to it.
I mean,
But yeah, I mean, there's been, because I've heard stories over the years of like where they would, you know, like a girl would get in trouble for like not wearing a bra to school. And I'm like, why are you paying attention to this teenage girl not wearing a bra when you're supposed to be doing what you're there to teach? Why are you being a fucking
I
creep?
think it depends on what's happening.
I don't know. I
Yeah.
don't remember the whole story, but I think it was just like she was wearing like a black shirt or something. Like she wasn't even wearing anything revealing.
Oh, it wasn't like a
But-
spaghetti strap or
No,
something.
it was like, I think it was a shirt similar to this. Like it was a
okay.
full coverage shirt and everything. And she had gotten like sent to the office and like called in her parent. It was a whole fucking thing. This was some years ago.
Interesting.
And I was like, this is just getting out of hand. Like the way that people were, it just seemed like it was a really big conversation for a while there. And then, I mean, you know how everything ran its
Yeah,
cycle
right.
and like people moved on and stuff. So like,
I wonder
guess
why-
I never really thought too much about it.
Yeah.
But
I wonder why the same standards aren't in place for like pajamas.
I
know?
don't know.
Like,
I think,
why is that the line? You know what I
I
mean?
don't know. I
Like,
guess I don't know.
I don't know.
think I thought when I read it in like the school thing of like the pajamas, I thought it was just to like as a means to get them to like work on being presentable and stuff like that. So like, hey, don't wear
Right,
your
yeah.
pajamas to school and everything.
Yeah.
Like you're coming here to learn, not to sleep. And, you know, because then they're like, yeah, you can't bring pajamas. You can't bring
Right.
a blanket and all this
Well,
stuff.
yeah,
like,
obviously.
Yeah, well, exactly. Yeah. I was
Yeah,
like, who the
right.
fuck is walking around with a whole blanket at school? Apparently, there's people doing
I'm
that.
sure. Yeah. I've seen crazier shit. That's
don't
for
know.
Sure. Yeah.
I've been out of school for a long time.
I don't
so
know.
know.
I mean, I think there's lessons in that though. That should be in like in an enforced standard because like even like something as small as like teaching kids like as they get older, like high school, like how do they do their taxes or like whatever, something like that,
I don't
right?
even think they
There's
teach
a
them that.
valuable lesson in that, but I think there's also a valuable lesson in showing them the proper way to dress.
I mean, yeah,
Like,
but it's
how
also
should
not
you look in
necessarily
public,
the responsibility of the school to teach them that. Like their parents should be teaching them that. But
true.
I see
That's
that's
true.
why I was saying that like
That's a
I
good
don't
point.
know if it's meant to be like working together or whatever, because I don't know. That's just how I go into stuff with the school and everything is
Yeah.
like let's all try
The
to be on the
school
same
can
page
still
with
set
stuff.
standards,
But
though,
yeah, it's
you
like
know?
we're trying to make sure that you're looking presentable and you're ready to come in to learn and everything.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like if they're fighting with their parents because they're like, I want to wear pajamas to school, and their parents are like, no, you look like a slob.
Yeah.
Then the school's like, hey, actually, you can't do that because it's against our policy.
Yeah,
blah blah
right.
blah. So like,
There you go.
I don't know. I just took it as that. I really didn't think too much about it,
Yeah.
honestly. But
I think it's a valuable lesson though for kids. Like,
Yeah.
you know, maybe that's where it stems from. Maybe like, you know, the people that you see in like, you know, they're dressed like slobs or like they're dressed in pajamas or whatever. Maybe that's just how they came up and they were never checked. They
That's
were never
what I'm
told like
saying.
this is not acceptable. And they just think that
yeah,
this is okay. This is
yeah,
normal,
that's what I'm
you know?
saying though, is that if they, you know, if it's not necessarily the school like always trying to just be controlling, but trying to like set them up for success in
Yeah.
that way. But of course, I mean, nobody likes being told what to do, and the school's always like the enemy, and you know.
Welcome
but-
to fucking
I
modern day
mean,
society.
Yeah,
There are
I
rules.
I think as you get older and like are able to reflect on shit
Yeah,
like that,
right.
you see
Yeah.
where they're coming from. But when you're in it, you don't think of that.
That's why it's up to the adults to actually set those standards. and
Yeah, but
those,
then you
know?
also get those parents that just only care about their kid being happy and don't want anybody, you know, like any kind of backlash or anything like that. So if their kids want
Dangerous.
to wear pajamas to school, they're like, well, what's wrong? They're still coming to school.
It's dangerous.
They're still here. Like, okay, well, some places have like standards and you got to abide by that. And that's just a part of real life. Like,
standards are there for a reason.
yeah. But also, I mean, I do agree that like, if you go and you're dressed in your pajamas and you're just like, I don't want to be, I want to do this. You're not going to be fully participating in your school day and your learning and everything like that. So yeah, I do think that getting up and getting dressed and like, getting ready is part of fully participating in life in general.
Yeah, like boost the confidence too,
Yeah, but I mean, I don't know. I definitely have days where I'm like, I don't want to get dressed at all. But I also don't leave the house on those days, so I don't know.
I think the only time where it's like acceptable, I guess, in my mind, for adults or kids is like I don't know, like random events, like you're going to look at like lights. Like Christmas lights.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? And the family packs in the car. They go to like
but that's
Christmas
not
Lane
like
or whatever.
Going out and like
you're not getting out of the car. It's a family thing.
Yeah.
Like that's different,
Yeah.
right? But you're not going into like an airport or school.
Yeah.
Or a fucking college course or something like that. Like
no.
There's a time and place.
I don't think I even wore pajamas to school in college.
No.
To class, no.
Yeah, that's true.
So.
It's just
if
not.
anything, I'd throw on like a pair of leggings or whatever and a sweater, but that was like the closest I got, I think. And that was like if I was running late.
That's still presentable. Like that's still, like leggings are.
I mean, yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I guess just whenever I see that, I'm just kind of like, oh, you just rolled out of bed, or like you're running late today or something like that. Or I don't know.
Yeah.
That's just me. But I also
funny.
don't really care.
Yeah.
Like I don't really pay that much attention.
Could you imagine trying to go
it.
to like your work, like your job, place of employment in
I would be sent home
like
immediately.
pajamas? Like, what are you doing?
I would literally be sent home immediately.
Like your first
they
day,
wouldn't.
like,
no.
That's fucking.
No. They got on me for wearing jeans. That they
See,
would not
that's-
be happy
okay.
about me wearing pajamas.
I think you need to be paid a certain salary to.
I still wear the jeans.
I mean, fuck yeah. Absolutely.
I wore like slacks one day and my manager wasn't even there. I was like, I'm not fucking wearing these again.
Yeah. No, not at all.
I was so uncomfortable all day. I was like, I can't focus on what I'm doing because like I'm not comfortable in what I'm wearing.
Especially if you're sitting the whole time. Like you can't even see.
I know. I was like, why are you going on about like what I'm wearing? I'm very presentable. So like, I'm sorry that I'm wearing jeans and shoes and not like slacks and heels. Eat my ass.
Yeah. Especially if you're not like paid.
I just didn't care.
You know
I
what I
still
mean?
wore
Like,
them.
Yeah, exactly.
Whatever. What are you going to do? Fire me when it's
I'm
super
pretty sure,
busy?
yeah, they need you.
Yeah, I was like, I don't think you're, no.
Exactly.
I wasn't worried about it. But
Are you ready to move on?
yeah.
Okay. Next up is Am I the Asshole? Every week I'll pick one Am I the Asshole story and we'll see what Miranda thinks. So this one is titled, Am I the Asshole for Leaving My Family to Fend for Themselves? This one gets pretty gnarly. This is like shameless kind of stuff. That's why I picked it. So I, 20 male, and the middle child in a family that honestly feels like a case study for what family therapy tries to prevent. My mom's an alcoholic with serious psychological issues and a bit of an... Oh, I looked this up. Hold on. I was going to get this right. Hold on. Oedipus? Oedipus? I think it's Oedipus.
Okay.
Oedipus complex that even Freud would throw his hands up at. My older brother, 28, who was a bit of an addict, dropped out of college years ago and survives off debts and favors that usually I end up paying for. My teen sister can't even make her own breakfast, and my 12-year-old brother, who's autistic, is probably the most emotionally mature person in the house. Well, I'll be brief. Basically, I've been taking care of everyone for as long as I can remember. I don't want to sound like a victim, but it's the truth. When I was a teenager, I spent countless nights picking up my mother from work events where she would get drunk until she passed out, urinate on herself, and start yelling at her coworkers. My older brother constantly asked me for money to pay off his debts from buying marijuana, and my sister always came to me crying after another fight with my mother or whenever she needed money for some emergency that turned out to be movie tickets. A few weeks ago, I received the best news of my life. I was accepted into a scholarship and internship program in London. It was an incredible opportunity because it was something I had worked hard for while studying and working 2 jobs. I cried. I'm not even ashamed of it. For once, I felt that all the sacrifices and sleepless nights had been worth it. That night, I told my family, foolishly expecting them to be proud of me. They weren't. My mother basically asked me who would help her pay the bills when I left. Then she started yelling across the dining room. My older brother told me it must be easy for me to run off to Europe while leaving them to sink into the shit. And my sister accused me of abandoning her, saying I had promised her I would always be there for her, and then brought up mistakes I made when I was 16. Even my little brother called me an idiot, although I'm pretty sure he was just repeating what he had heard others say. They all called me selfish when I'm still the invisible pillar of this family. I don't earn much, but everything I have ends up in their hands somehow. I never thought about abandoning them or cutting off contact, but their reaction left me dismayed. I've been selling my things, saving every penny, organizing my paperwork, and preparing to leave at the end of the year. None of them talk to me anymore. And honestly, this time, I'm not going to apologize for taking a chance or thinking about what they want. But I can't help thinking about how much my family will fall apart if I leave, even though I'm not even thinking about leaving for good. They don't even talk to me, and they spend their time talking shit about me. Honestly, the one I'm most worried about is my younger brother. It's not his fault. So, am I the asshole?
I mean, obviously not. That sucks. That's a really shitty situation. Mm-hmm. Cool that you get to go to London, but all of the rest of it really sucks.
The UK considered Europe?
That is Europe.
Oh, is it part of Europe?
Yeah.
I guess it was, okay.
Yeah, that's all.
Yeah, that's all the same thing?
Yeah.
Okay. But yeah, so I mean, he's not even planning on being there forever, though.
No, but of course, I mean, they're all obviously like dependent on him. Mm. They're all, I mean, very codependent on each other, probably. I mean, sounds like they've got a lot of mess going on between them. And I mean, they're all used to it. They all accept it. And so now that they probably feel like some sense of like rejection because now one of them is getting out. And so
this reminded
they're
me,
going to resent you and they're going to hate you for a while, maybe forever. Who cares? Save yourself. Honestly, save yourself.
Especially if they're not going to support you or want better for you. That's pretty fucking toxic.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Well, it's like I said, it sounds like they've got a lot of issues on their own. I do feel for you and your brother and everything and how like you don't want to leave your little brother and stuff. But at the same time, like, I mean, you can't sacrifice yourself for everybody forever. Mm-hmm. So it sucks that you have to like leave him behind and stuff, but I don't know. I'd say like, if anything, just try and make sure that you guys can like stay. I would try and remedy things with the little brother first and foremost, and then try and make sure that like you guys stay in touch so that if shit does get crazy, you can help him, however you're able to or whatever. As far as like the older sister, it was his older or his little sister. I don't know, his sister and his older brother.
Yep.
I mean, they just, there's nothing else that you can do that's going to help them. They've been enabled so long now that like you sticking around isn't going to make anything better. It's not going to make them change. You leaving is going to force them to change. So, or they're just going to stay in their own ways. Yeah. Either way,
that's more likely.
It's not your responsibility. And I don't think that you should, I mean, obviously it doesn't sound like you're letting them guilt you into staying, but you just got to do you, dude.
Take the opportunity.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. I do understand how he feels bad for like the little brother. Mm-hmm. But I think no matter how much you can try to, kind of retain that relationship and stuff like that. But I think since he's going to be primarily around the family more, I think he's going to adopt, that way of thinking. Yeah. Even like calling him an idiot or whatever it was, just because that's what he was hearing. That's just going to continue. Yeah. And then the mother's reaction to who's going to help me pay the bills.
I mean, she's got her, that's what I'm saying. She's clearly got a lot of issues that like, she doesn't even care that like you're leaving because you're leaving. She cares that you're leaving because the money is leaving.
Yep.
So, I mean.
Toxic is fucking toxic.
Well, yeah. And then also like when it comes to addicts and stuff, like you can only do so much. She's not going to get better by you being there.
No.
Like they help nobody, but you know, it's just they'll get help when they're ready to help themselves. And
I would try to help the siblings. I mean, if they allowed it, you know, I would try to help the siblings to get out of that situation too. It seems like they need to get away from her. This reminded me, this wasn't exactly like Lip from Shameless, but it reminded me of the same kind of thing. You know what I mean? Somebody that was trying to do better,
to get out,
you know what I mean? And people kept like bringing him down and stuff. Obviously there was aspects of the family that were like building him up, you know, boosting him up. Like, hey, go do this, go do this. But obviously there's others that are like, why would you do this? Why would you leave us? You know, stuff like that.
Well, that's what I'm saying is there's like the codependency and all that stuff. You gotta go, and
I think so. Yeah,
they just gotta deal with it. I guess sucks. Really, the only person I feel bad for in it is the little brother, just because he's little.
Yeah.
Other than that, though. Everybody else is old enough to get their own shit figured out.
Exactly. Yeah. And then also like the teenage sister that can't make her own breakfast. Who's fucking what?
Why can't you make breakfast?
Yeah. Like what is
happening? You can't pour a bowl of cereal?
Exactly. Like,
you can't pop a waffle in a toaster?
You guys need to get away from that house. Like,
yeah, that's what I'm saying is just because you're there and you've been enabling everybody for so long, you staying isn't going to help. It's going to get worse because they're always going to expect you to be there to do everything and pick up all the pieces and all this stuff. If you're not there to be, you know, the net for them to fall on, then
and they keep coming to him for money.
Figure out how to wait. Yeah, they're gonna have to figure out how to get back up on their own.
Exactly.
And I don't know.
I think you take the opportunity. Go to fucking London. Go to the UK.
Yeah.
And do better than people that came before you. You know.
Yeah. I don't know. It's
build
tough.
something better.
Yeah.
Like that's what it comes down to. Because like if you just stay, like if you let them guilt trip you into staying, your situation is most likely going to look just like that.
Yeah, it's not going to be good.
You know, just in the gutter.
Yeah.
Like go out, build something.
Yeah, especially if like you know that you can do so much more with your life and you're already working towards it.
Yeah.
Then keep going. Like,
and then maybe someday you can even come back and like offer your siblings some help.
Yeah.
You know, you're never going to be able to do that if they just keep sucking you dry, you know?
Yeah. It's just like when you're back to the plane thing, airport, whatever. But like when the masks come down, you got to put your own mask on first.
Yeah. That's true. Yeah, exactly. That's true. Yep. That's exactly what he needs to do.
Yeah. I thought you were going to pick one where the person was the asshole.
What do you mean?
For the story.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, I do need to.
Yeah.
I do need to find. This one just stood out to me because we've been watching Shameless.
Oh,
and I saw this. I was like, this is, you know, pretty similar, kind of a similar situation. But no, I definitely do need to find one that's. I don't know. I guess resonate with these a lot more. You know what I mean?
suppose.
But I do need to find one that the person's actually an asshole.
Yeah.
I can rant about that.
Yeah. Yeah. Find someone who's a total fucking asshole.
Yeah. But I don't know. So I did find one actually this last week. And I clicked, so I get emails about am I the asshole and everything. And I clicked on it. I was like, oh, this one looks good. And I clicked on it and it said the person, I don't know if they were getting cussed out or like they were getting lit up in the comments, but they removed it.
Damn.
So like, that's kind of what I ran into. You know, so like
I think that happens
a
lot.
If you end up being the asshole,
you got to jump on it.
They're
quick.
probably gonna be like, "Oh, let me just take this down." And I'm like, "Well, wait, hold on."
Yeah, yeah. Because
Let's talk about it,
right? No, there was one going around on TikTok this past week that is like between a bachelorette party and stuff, and like these girls didn't want to like spend money on something, and the bride was like, "You guys can just leave." And so then they like one of them wrote into Reddit and was like, "Am I the asshole in this situation?" And like the story got back to the bride and she jumped on TikTok and she was like, so people want to post fucking Reddit stories. I'm going to tell what actually happened. And so she went and like told her side of it. And yeah, well, she was like, luckily, you know, like people told me about this. Like I had been alerted to this post, but people, even just from like her one-sided version of it, people in the comments were already like, you're a fucking asshole.
Damn.
And so then when she came in and was like, here's the full story, then they were like, you're really an asshole. Yeah. They're like, not only are you an asshole, but you're super cheap too.
Damn.
So like, yeah, it was a whole thing.
That's gnarly.
Yeah, it was funny.
We'll have to do one of those next week. I'm gonna make a
Yeah.
note of that and find one if they don't fucking delete it.
Right? Yeah, we'll have to find one and then like take screenshots.
Yeah,
before.
I just don't get to them. Like as soon as I get the email, like I don't like jump on it, but I should.
Well,
as soon as I see
if
it.
people are like jumping on them, then they're probably like,
Yeah,
damn.
exactly. But that's when I
This
gotta
is
like
embarrassing.
I gotta I gotta like take it, like copy and paste it real quick
That's
before
what
they
I'm
can
saying.
take it off. Yeah. Are you ready to move on?
That's so funny. Yeah.
Okay. Next up is maybe it's not that bad. This one is about something that other people hate, but you actually don't mind. So we got awkward social encounters, bad weather, your kid / pet embarrassing you in public,
Oh God.
and losing at something.
I don't mind losing.
Yeah?
I'm a good loser.
You're a good loser.
I am.
Okay, I mean that's not a bad quality.
Yeah,
Not a bad
I'm
quality.
a good sport. Even if I'm like, fuck that, like I move on pretty quickly.
Well, when
'cause
it's not Monopoly, but we won't go
First
there.
of all-
Oh, here we go. Here we go.
it's not about winning in Monopoly. It's because you play like a dick.
It's called Monopoly.
You're a fucking Monopoly.
Okay. Ooh, see?
That's why we don't play Monopoly in this house.
So other than Monopoly, you don't mind losing?
Yeah, no, it doesn't bother me. Like it doesn't. I
Do
don't
you
know.
think
I don't
that
really
it's
care.
do you think that it comes down to your upbringing?
Yes,
Okay.
100%.
Yeah.
I think that if people, well, for one, if you're not taught how to be like a good loser and a good winner, then you don't know how to handle it either
Yeah.
way. But that was like one thing growing up that like, I guess I was just kind of like taught how to lose because it was, I mean, yeah, there were times when like we'd be playing a game or something and my mom would be like, here's a handicap, like me, her, and my brother used to play Monopoly, when I was a kid, and they'd be like, here's a couple extra $100, just shut up, like things like that.
There's a theme there.
Well,
it all
yeah.
makes sense now.
Yeah. Well, first of all, my brother plays similar to you. Yeah.
He plays right.
You're both fucking Scorpios and drive me nuts with Monopoly.
He plays right.
So whatever. This is why I have one person I can safely play Monopoly with, and that's it. And because we play nicely together,
so
the game lasts
funny.
for 5 fucking hours. Anyway.
The definition of Monopoly is not to play nice. It has nothing to do.
We just don't play super cutthroat like other people do.
so funny.
I
Anyways.
don't know. Anyway, whatever. So yeah, growing up, like there would be, when I was really little, it was like, oh, here's like a little handicap, or like, oh, you won, huh? Whatever,
Yeah,
like
right.
little shit like that.
Yeah.
But then as I got older, my mom was like, listen, you need to get the fuck over it. Sometimes you're gonna lose, and that's just life.
Yeah.
So deal with it. And
Yeah.
so like that's just how it had to be. Like growing up, if we'd play cards and stuff like that, and like if I won, I'd be like, I won, and like there was maybe a couple times that I was like, oh, in your face, and she was like, no,
Yeah,
we're
don't
not
do
gonna
that.
do
Yeah.
that. Because then, then she'd win and she'd be like, oh, in your face. And I'd be like, nah. She's like,
Exactly,
yeah, don't do that.
Yep.
So like I learned very early on how to be like a good winner and a
Yeah,
good loser.
right.
And also a game is a game.
Yeah.
It literally doesn't matter.
It's-
It hardly ever
Yeah.
makes that big of a difference. Not for me, especially.
Yeah.
Because like, I'm not super competitive, don't really care about sports. I don't gamble on that shit. I'll play something for fun, even if I'm bad at it. Like I used to play sand volleyball in the sun. Like we used to go do tournaments and stuff.
Yeah.
We lost like every fucking game, but we had fun. I didn't care. But then like
Other people did.
Oh yeah, like I have cousins who get like super competitive.
Yeah.
And like we'd played at like a family reunion once, and I was just out there like bopping around, just playing. I'm playing with my cousins.
Yeah.
And they started getting all like mad about shit, and they're like, "You're not playing right." And I was like,
Yeah.
"I don't want to play with you anymore. This
Right.
is not fun."
Yeah.
Like you're taking all the fun out of it because you're getting super competitive. You're getting pissy with everybody else because they're not playing the way that you want to play. I'm like,
Yeah.
we're getting together as a family. We're playing.
Yeah.
Remember that like we grew up together. We play nicely for the most part.
For the
And
most
even
part.
if we do fight, like we get over it pretty fucking quick.
Yeah, right.
I don't know why you're acting like this is some huge tournament where you're going to win $1,000 trophy. Shut up. Even that, like, you get what? Bragging rights? Good for you.
Yeah, I suppose.
Cool.
I mean, some people just take it. So I don't know.
I don't care about
but
sports like that. Even when I was like I think I played, the last year that I played a sport was my freshman year. We played volleyball. And even that, like, if we lost a game, the coach would be like, everybody needs to be silent on the ride home and blah, blah. And I'm like, it's a fucking high school volleyball game.
Yeah.
Who cares?
The coach.
Who fucking cares?
Yeah,
like, nobody, it's not that serious.
Yeah.
Nobody was going to state. Shut up. Like,
maybe that was their goal. I don't know.
Okay, well, you suck at it because they never fucking made it. Be a better coach then. I don't know.
God.
This is why, or like, I mean, and we've talked about it so many times with people that like freak out about like sports on the TV. You're not even playing the fucking game.
I mean, there's people that are like,
up.
there was, this was probably back in like 2013 at this point, but somebody, it was like right before I enlisted, there was this person that I think I even posted about it on Facebook, I think, when it happened, because it was fucking crazy. But this guy got like put in a wheelchair because like there was a football game, and I guess they caught him out in the parking lot or whatever, and just beat the fucking shit out of him because his team won. Apparently,
yeah, like it's stupid shit like that.
It's like it's not that, like, that's a whole different level. Like that's
I mean,
a whole
that's a
different
whole other
realm. You're actually
conversation,
changing somebody's life.
Yeah.
Because of a game, which is fucking crazy to me.
I mean, yeah, that's a whole other thing.
Yeah.
But I mean, like losing in general.
Or there's
me.
people that like you'll see it on like Facebook or like social media that they'll smash their TV. Like they're having like friends over for a game or whatever, and then something happens, their team loses or whatever, and they smash the TV. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Even the people that are like, my team lost today, I'm having a bad day.
Yeah.
Shut up.
You weren't even there. You're not even on a team.
Shut up.
Who's this we shit?
Like, just every time I see that, I just want to laugh in their face and be like, you're a little bitch. Shut up.
Some people take it very seriously.
Well, okay.
It's crazy. But I mean, some people get put into wheelchairs.
I don't know. That's why
crazy.
I just don't.
Especially like when you get into betting, like this could go into a whole different thing. Like
I understand
betting.
why people get more invested when they're betting on stuff. I get why you're having that reaction because you probably just lost your house.
Yeah.
I get that. However, you put
crazy.
yourself in that fucking situation. So I still don't feel that bad for you. I understand where you're coming from. I understand why you're angry. I don't feel bad for you. I still think you're stupid. But oops.
Probably shouldn't have bet your house on a game you're not even playing.
I mean, yeah, but that's again a whole other conversation.
Yeah.
But I mean, the point was what? Losing?
Yeah.
Maybe it's not that bad.
Losing at something.
Okay, I just want to make sure I wasn't like getting off too far off track.
That's fine.
I felt like I was.
No, it's not so bad to you, but I think it definitely comes down to upbringing too. Because that's something that I've had to kind of combat a lot with my life. Is especially with our kids, is I didn't want that. It's up to the next generation to break that toxicity, And I came up with a baseball bat next to a fucking what is it? Computer monitor. Yeah, computer monitor, and it hit the monitor when it was running slow. Like that's what I came up with. Or freaking out because lost a game or whatever. That's what I came up with.
Yeah.
So breaking that trend with your kids, I think is absolutely, it's hard. It's fucking hard because like I'll get hot, I'll see red, like I just want to fuck. You know what I mean? I've gotten a lot better over the years.
Yeah, definitely.
But like it's hard to break that, and I think if it's not. If you don't break that, and it's anything like, alcoholism or being a drug addict or anger management or whatever.
Well, yeah,
it's up
kind
to
of cycle.
you to break that cycle so your kids don't suffer from that shit. You know what I mean? And definitely not like, I'm not perfect at it. You know what I mean? But like, I don't think the idea or what's important is being perfect at it. It's that you're doing better than what you dealt with.
That's what I was going to say is like the fact that like you're not like if you lose a game, you're just like, okay, I'm just done. Or like you'll try again. And then like if it's just not working out, then you're like, I'm just going to shut it off and go do something else. And you're not like raging and screaming and like scaring everybody. Because obviously if that was the case, I'd be like, I'm going to throw this shit in the trash right now.
Yeah, it's not
we
good.
will not have this in this house.
Because that's just going to transfer to your kids and then to their kids. Like, you have to break that cycle.
Exactly. Well, not only that, but you need to learn how to like keep your emotions in check.
Yeah.
Because like if you can't handle losing a fucking video game, what are you going to do in like literally any other aspect of life when you are facing rejection or you lose or anything like that?
Yeah.
If I see that behavior in this house and then you think that I'm going to be like, yeah, go out into the world and take. Fuck no.
Obviously, yeah.
Absolutely
if your kids are,
not.
if your kids are doing that, then no.
No, there is no way in hell. So I think like you just, but again, back to like the emotional regulation, you need to know how to handle that stuff.
Yeah.
And so that's why, I guess that's why like I don't care about losing because like I usually don't do anything competitive anyway. Like if I do something, it's because like I enjoy doing it. It's not because I want to win the thing or whatever, you know?
Right. But
like, I guess if it's like a video game, then yeah. But if it's like playing something against somebody else.
Well, you got to remember though, is that like a lot of people are playing for competition. They are playing for the gold. They are playing. So like there is a lot more kind of heart in it. If you're just playing for fun, then it's easy to be like, oh, whatever. I didn't really care about it anyways. But if you train your whole life for something or something like that,
obviously.
you lose. But it doesn't change though. You still shouldn't have that negative. You know what I mean?
No, but I mean, so for example, like take the whole fucking Ronda Rousey of it all. When she lost that one fight or whatever, and she like went on this whole fucking spiral about it. I'm like, well, if you hadn't have been such an arrogant bitch all this time, maybe you would have been able to handle losing.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, it's always been a 50-50 shot.
Well, yeah, exactly. But that's what I'm saying is like, yeah, you can go and train and you can be the best of the best and everything. But like, if you can't handle losing one time and it sends you down a whole fucking spiral, you have problems.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, you have 100%. A fucking issue.
Yeah.
And I don't care what anybody says. Come at me. I don't give a fuck. I stand by what I said. Like people need to learn how to lose.
Yeah.
And if they can't, then like you have a problem with emotional regulation.
Yeah.
And I really don't care to like be around you that much because if you're going to freak out about that, who knows what the hell else you're going to lose your mind about? You
have to be able to lose. Because you're going to lose at things throughout life. Like that's the most valuable lessons come from losing. You don't learn your most valuable lessons from winning all the time.
No, but that's where like it becomes such a problem for some people that they're just so like, I have to win. It's all about winning.
Yeah, but also like
get over
the point like something I'm trying to teach the kids too. Is like you had said, like being a don't be a sore loser or a sore winner. You know, like you can say good game, all that kind of stuff. Like even like when we play pool or ping pong, it's never like rubbing it in either way. You know. Yeah,
I'm like we can celebrate and be like, oh, you did it and da da da. But like once you start getting mean about it, like I nip that in the bud really quick. Yeah, I'm like you can't behave that way, especially like with us. Like, yeah, I'll allow a certain level of like shit talking amongst, you know, like between me and the kids and everything like that. But then I do have to get to a point where I'm like, hey, just so you know, like I'm letting this slide because like I'm your mom. I know that we're just playing. You can't talk to people like this though. Yeah. Like just so we're very clear, you cannot behave this way because you're going to get your shit rocked one day.
Yeah.
So don't do that.
Yeah. Yeah. Don't be a sore winner. Like no one's going to want to. No one's going to want to play with you, or they're going to think you're from Jersey, you know? Like, you don't want either one of those. You know what I mean?
But, yeah, I don't know.
So, I don't know.
It doesn't bother me to, like, be playing a game and lose, and if anything, I'll just be like, I just don't want to do this anymore. Yeah. Like, I
don't think, when it comes down to, like, what was passed down to you, I just don't think that it's a valid argument because it's up to you to break that cycle. You know, no matter what happened to you, no matter what you saw, no matter what you have to deal with, you have to fucking, if you have kids, like to better yourself, you know, even if you don't have kids, like just to better yourself, like just try to just like, and like I said, like there's times where like, you know, I will freak out at like a video game or something like that, but like I reel it back in like, okay, I don't want to, this is what I've dealt with my entire life. Like I need to correct this. And then as long as you do better the next day or the next time, that's what matters.
Yeah. Or like even acknowledge that like, hey, okay, I shouldn't have done that or
Yeah,
something, you know, like things
exactly.
like that.
Right.
Yeah, that I find
You
makes
have
a big
to.
difference.
Yes.
And like, I find myself saying that a lot, honestly. I'm like, I shouldn't have done that. Or I shouldn't have said that. I'm sorry.
There's some shit, like, again, on social media where, like, these people, it's just like either these videos or these pictures. And the pictures are like the aftermath. Like they're playing Call of Duty they were playing Call of Duty.
Yeah, and their TV's all
and
smashed to shit.
Their monitor is just smashed to shit.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, fucking campers. I'm like, that's not okay. Like that behavior is fucking. It might
That's
be funny.
when you need to like get up and walk away.
It might get you some likes. It might get you some followers for some fucking reason. But like, if you're actually from that life, like you've dealt with that shit. Like you see that and you're like, that's not, dude. I dealt with that. I've seen that. I've done that. Like you need to correct that. And I use it for fucking a following.
Yeah. Well, that's just so anxiety inducing too, especially for like, you know, if you have grown up in it and then you see it, like. Like, dude, that's not good. You need to correct that. It'll get your heart racing and shit.
Oh,
like, gives you that like fight or flight kind of feeling.
Yeah, exactly. Like you got to correct that. Like I know you're trying to get likes and all this other shit, but like that is the most toxic behavior you could fucking have. You know,
people get crazy when it comes to stuff like that. But yeah,
it's hard to break the cycle though. It takes a long time to like teach yourself.
Yeah,
but I think a powerful motivation is if you do have kids and you truly stand behind that mission of like, I need to correct this so my kids don't deal with that. Yeah,
that's what I was gonna say too. Is like if you know that's something that you're struggling with and you want to, or you do have family, you have to consider that like. There are small people that are looking at you for how to behave. And one day they're going to exhibit those same behaviors. Yeah. Is that what you want going out into the world as a product of you?
Which makes you think, like, why didn't the fucking person before you think about that shit?
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, that's what I'm saying like, though, is like, what? I would, I mean, like definitely being a parent has made me like evaluate a lot about like, how would I have acted before? How, done different things? And I'm like, okay, there are people watching me that I like, whether I realize they're watching me or not. So I need to make sure that I'm not like acting like a fucking psycho. Yeah. Because then they're going to think it's okay to act like a psycho. Yeah. And then God forbid they go and act like that at school or something. And then I have to go and explain, oh, we behave that way at home.
Yeah, I mean, they're going to make
like, excuses, well, obviously, I know, but like, that's just what I'm saying is like in the back of my mind, I'm going to be like, they are acting that way because I'm acting that way and they've learned that this is okay. And now I fucked them up.
I think my brain goes even past that though, because like my brain doesn't even go to the immediate effect. Mine goes to the lasting effect. So like, I don't even think of like them going to school. I think about them having their own family.
Oh yeah, that's
them just keep continuing. Like the whole fucking thing about like, my grandfather was an alcoholic. And then his son was an alcoholic.
Well, yeah, if you
it's
have
up
that
to one of you motherfuckers to break this.
Yeah, if you have that predisposition, it is easier to fall into that cycle. Yeah. But again, if you're serious about breaking it, then you can.
It shouldn't just be generations of the same problem.
Yeah, it doesn't always have to be the way that it's always been.
Exactly. That makes my fucking blood boil when I hear that.
I know.
I get so mad when I hear that. This is how it's always been. This is how we always have to do it. And that is the number one way to kill progress in its tracks before it even has a chance to start.
Yeah, definitely.
It's fucking horrible. And even more so for like this scenario right here. Especially if like, if you have like alcoholism runs in your family or whatever and abuse, right? And then it just keeps going and going and going and going. One of you motherfuckers need to stand up and stop the fucking abuse.
To stop.
Right?
Yeah.
Like it's insane. Or like, narcotics or pills. Pills is a fucking big one. Like,
yeah, but that's what I'm saying is that, it comes down to like whether you're ready to take that step and how serious you are and like wanting to make it better and everything. But yeah, definitely if you're growing up in this environment where like certain things are acceptable, you're going to have that. You're going to carry that until you get to a point in life where like somebody tells you, hey, this shit actually isn't acceptable. Are you going to continue on this path or are you going to like go the more acceptable route or something, like sometimes people genuinely just don't know that there's a certain behavior that's not acceptable because they've grown up with it being okay. But the point is it can't always just come down to this is what I was taught. at some point
Yeah.
you got to take responsibility for yourself
100%, yep.
and decide that, like, even though this is how I was taught, this is what I know, this is what I'm used to, I don't like that. And
Yeah.
I don't agree with it, or it's not right or whatever. And I need to like make something different.
Yeah, just because
So,
something was normal in your, childhood home or whatever,
Yeah.
doesn't mean it needs to be normal in your new home. With your family.
Yeah.
You have to break that fucking cycle.
Yeah.
Another thing too, like, I mean, this all really stems back to, it all, like, losing at something. It really all comes back to just like what you're taught, in my opinion. You know
I
what
think
'Cause
so,
I don't
too.
think that kind of behavior, like being a sore loser, a sore winner, or whatever like that. I think it really comes to how you were raised. 'Cause
Well,
you
yeah,
were taught
because
that-
somebody has to show you this. Like if
yeah,
you're,
or you have to teach yourself,
well, yeah, that, but also,
which is significantly harder.
Yeah, 100%. But I don't know.
I think to go off the point of, like, I don't know, you need somebody to show you that it's wrong. You know what I mean? It doesn't just come naturally, kind of like what you were saying. For me, I think kids, like having kids was the eye opener for that. Cause like, what do I want them to kind of, so it's kind of like even with relationships, this is what I see all the time. Like how you treat your spouse is how, you're showing your children how
what's acceptable.
Yeah. How to treat their spouse.
Exactly.
So if you're yelling at them or beating them or whatever, right? That's just going to fucking continue, right?
Exactly.
But on the other end of it, if it's a very loving, there's a lot of kissing, obviously appropriately, right?
Well, obviously.
But like, there's like, the healthy relationship,
Yeah.
and there's just overall healthy, I guess.
Boundaries.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like they're going to be like, okay, this is normal. And then like,
Yeah.
that's the way you want to take it. You don't want to take it and like
Yeah.
it's okay to be abusive. It's
Yeah.
okay to do all this crazy shit.
But again, I think also with like the family dynamics of it is, with teaching them, like if you have like a super competitive dad that's like was super into sports and everything and is like, you got to play the sports, you got to win the sports, all these things. And like, then you're going to carry that with you. But at the same time, like, I don't know. I guess that's just where.
Are you saying you're going to put that on your kid? With that?
Well, yeah, that's
Okay,
where
yeah,
I guess,
yeah.
like where that kind of carries over and stuff like that. But at the same time, yeah, I think it really comes down to like there needs to be somebody that teaches them that like the winning the sport isn't the most important thing in the world.
Yeah.
Like, and
There
that's
are people out there
what's
that do
sad
that.
is that some people think that it is.
Yeah.
And then everything else goes to the wayside. But that's where it really comes down to the people that don't know how to lose.
Yeah.
Because they've just only been taught that they need to win.
I think the stronger competitor is going to be the one that knows how to lose, because then they know how to accept that, analyze that, and use that.
Well, yeah, but if they
Somebody
had
that's just going to freak out, they're not going to learn anything.
Yeah, no, if you have like a valuable coach or like a parent who cares about more than just you winning, then they're going to make sure that you're set up for that success. But if it's all about training and winning and doing all the things and blah, 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 nobody's telling you like it's okay if you don't win.
Yeah.
Nobody is telling you that like you're not a failure or something like that. So
Right.
of course you're just going to keep internalizing it more and more and more, and it's just going to keep building up. But
Yeah.
again, it comes back to you get to a point where like you have to say like I'm done.
Yeah,
Or, like I don't
that's
want to
true.
do this, or I don't know. I mean, I guess maybe I'm just talking out of my ass. Who knows?
I mean, that's
guess
exactly
I didn't
how it should
grow
be.
up in like a competitive setting. I mean, a competitive household at
Yeah.
all. Like,
I think that makes life easier, in my opinion, right? Coming from the other side of it.
yeah.
I think it makes life easier because then you don't have to make that drastic change later
Yeah.
in life. Like it's just what you know. It's like you come at it like it's not that fucking serious.
Yeah.
Like it's not, but you don't know the feeling of like when you do lose at something or whatever, like the boiling, the
Yeah.
literal boiling, like your head gets hot, you start seeing red, like you don't know what that feels like, which is good. That's a
Yeah.
fucking great thing. But not everybody's like that. So especially like I can see why somebody, training their whole life or, training for however long they did, and then they lose at something, they have that kind of reaction. You need to move on from it. You need to learn from it, and build off of that. And that, like I said, the most valuable lessons come from failure.
Yeah,
Like,
but
that's
I
how
mean,
you
I think
fucking
it all
improve.
just comes back to like the root of it is like the emotional regulation. if you can't get your shit under control, then like
it's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
Even if
I
like
just don't have the patience for that, honestly.
no,
I really don't.
Hell no. No, like I couldn't imagine being in an environment where like there was always like banging
I'd leave.
Banging and fucking hitting and all this other shit. Like
No.
it's toxic, you know?
Yeah.
And what is that doing to a child's mind? Like, what is it? I think
That's what I'm
the brain
saying.
is still developing until what, 18, 25? 25?
Your frontal lobe should
Yeah.
develop at 25.
So like what the fuck damage are you doing to like a 10-year-old?
Yeah.
That's seeing this stuff. You know?
It's just scaring them and like putting them into fight or flight all the time. And then later when that shit continues, you know, somebody starts banging and slamming shit around.
Yeah.
That same feeling comes back.
Exactly. Yeah.
So that's why I'm saying, it's just.
That's why when I see that, I'm just like, that's dude, you're going down to fucking, I know it's for likes, but dude.
I don't give that shit any attention.
Fuck no. Hell no. I have never liked a video like that because that dude, it's not good. It's not a good sign, you know, especially if you have kids or whatever. But
no,
but
I think maybe I don't know. Maybe I'm too like lax on it and just.
I don't know. I think not to spend too much more time on it, but I think there are opposite ends of it. So like you are very nonchalant, like nothing matters. It doesn't matter. Like this doesn't matter. There's no competition. There's anything like that.
No, because I'll move on and I'll be like, there's something more important.
Exactly.
Over here.
Right.
Hold
So
on.
that's one end of it, which is.
That's like
and then
part not caring, part ADHD.
Yeah, so it's like, this doesn't matter. I don't care.
Yeah.
But then there's the other end of it where it's like super competitive and like the world fucking ends if we don't win this, stuff like that. I think finding that happy medium where you can actually be like competitive, but then like even if we lose, it's okay.
Yeah.
Life goes on.
Yeah.
I
just can't think of like any instance where I've been like done anything for like a competition and lost and been like, my whole day is ruined.
Yeah.
Like not even my day gets ruined, let alone like a week.
I don't know. That cooking game gets you going. What is it? Cooking?
Overcooked?
Overcooked, yeah. Overcooked gets you going.
That
Cars gets you going.
Is because
here we go.
Of the children.
Monopoly gets you going.
First of all, okay.
So there are things.
It's not because
that
I'm
you are
losing.
competitive.
It's because of the gameplay. During like Overcooked when I'm playing and I'm trying to be like, you need to come over here. We need to do this recipe. Or
you say it just like that?
Yes, because I'm cool, calm, and collected.
Yeah, right. See, that's what I mean.
They do it on purpose because they think it's funny when I freak out. But yeah, so like when we're playing, I mean, but that does get funny sometimes.
But
and
again,
but then when we're doing cars, he'll shoot me on purpose, and that's when I'm like, I'm gonna stop playing with you if you don't.
That's how I feel when you shoot me during cars.
When I shoot you, it's an accident. He will wait until I'm in front of him, and then he's like, oops, I accidentally bombed you. And I'm like, that wasn't an
But
accident.
again, even that in the wrong household, in the wrong dynamic.
Oh, yeah, in the wrong dynamic. That would send somebody over the edge.
That could ruin the day.
Yeah.
But like in a healthy household, right?
Yeah,
You're
we
just like,
laugh it off.
Fucking move on.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Yeah. We'll just like play and laugh it off or
Yeah.
whatever. But whenever I do get annoyed, I am like, hey, this is the last game we're playing together.
Yeah.
You can keep playing if you want to. I'm going to go clean the kitchen. Like,
right.
I'll just say, like, I need to go do laundry or whatever fucking
step
chore
away.
I will find. Let me go clean something.
See,
you're getting on my nerves.
That's healthy though,
but
right
yeah,
there.
it's never because like I lost. It's because like I'm getting annoyed with how the game is being played.
And you're not like breaking controllers or throwing like, there's people that like big screen TVs, just throwing controllers at TVs and shit. Like that kind of stuff.
Well, also
That's
because
a
I
healthy
value my
household.
shit and I've always made it very clear to the kids too that like, I don't, you know, when they get mad about something and throw something and I'm like, you can be mad, that's fine. But if you throw that and you break it, you will not get another one.
Yeah.
So
you gotta check
just
that.
keep that in mind.
Yeah, you got to check that.
That I'm like, yeah, if you want to take your anger out on your things, I'm not replacing those things.
Yeah.
So if it's something that you want to take your anger out on, be prepared to never see it again because I'll make you throw it away and that's it.
I even use that as like a teaching tool too, though. You know, is like, this is not okay because like the people that are making these videos, these pictures about them breaking all their shit because of the game, explaining to them when they're very young why this is not okay can help alleviate that shit later in life so you don't have to fucking do it on your own. Like, I'm going to teach you from a very young age, this is not okay, so you don't have to fucking go through what I went through.
Oh, yeah. Whenever
you know?
he shows me like YouTube videos or something, I'm like, that's funny, I guess, or, like this thing is funny,
Yeah.
but like you understand
Here's
that like
exactly.
that's a skit. They're making this up like it's not real.
Yes.
And also you can't act like that.
Yeah.
So
No.
this is funny, haha, but let's keep in mind
Yeah.
that this is fake.
Exactly.
It's not real and it's not acceptable. And if I ever see you behaving like that, there will be problems.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Just so you know.
But I think nipping that in the bud, like early on, is key. You
Yeah.
know, absolutely key.
Yeah, but I don't know.
It's okay to lose at something.
I'm a good loser.
You ready to move on?
Yeah.
Okay. Our last segment is a feel good for the week because we could use more good news. I got this article from Good News Network, as always. I'll leave a link in the description for those that are interested. So the article is titled "Stray Dog Saved from Death Row Turns into Brilliant Detective Sniffing Out Lost Animals." I'm on an animal kick. Dogs, I guess, specifically. A stray dog that was saved from being euthanized has become an expert pet detective, displaying an uncanny knack for sniffing out lost animals. Rico was just days away from being put down when kind-hearted Rachel Rogers, who runs a dog training school, paid almost $200 to rescue him from the Portuguese dog pound. This post is a little... We'll get there. I saw this picture online of this really cute black and tan dog in Portugal, and they said he had 2 days left to live. The English woman told SWNS news agency, "I paid the fee to get him out of the pound, but they hadn't found him a home, so I ended up paying and bringing him over." She took him home and was amazed to discover the incredible sniffing and tracking skills of the small domestic Cockney? Kokanee? He was really good at that. It was like hide and seek where they sniff you out. Within months, Rico's nose was being used to track down lost pets and animals which had escaped from their enclosures, including a runaway capybara.
Oh, wow.
Rico would be given a blanket or chew toy to smell, which he would then use to locate the area where the animal had been most recently. In some cases, the 10-year-old pup was even given an animal's poop to learn its smell in order to pick up a trail. Rico is now a pro at locating lost animals, and over the years, he's taken part in more than 20 pet rescues.
Wow.
36-year-old Rachel from England is preparing to mark 10 years since she gave Rico a second chance of life in December 2015. Rico's first rescue happened when Rachel was doing a course about water voles. Voles, I think voles in Wales. I'm not sure what that is. There was a family in the car park crying because they lost their dog and he was missing. My friend suggested Rico try and help them, so we let him sniff the boot, I think that's the trunk, of the car to get the lost dog scent. We searched for about 3 hours, and he kept going to the same location with a 7-foot-high fence. And the dog came out hours later from that exact spot Rico had identified.
Wow.
It's a strong nose. Rachel, the co-founder and instructor at the Canine School of Trailings, I thought that was pretty interesting, said there was no feeling like it after Rico tracked down a missing dog. I've never been so proud. Now the twosome is even training other dog trainers across the world so that they can teach pet owners. One of the strangest rescues Rico took part in was when a capybara called Cinnamon escaped from a zoo last year. We got a tortoise request the other week, but the capybara was the weirdest. I was in London when Cinnamon went missing, and she had been missing a few days before we went out. Obviously, it makes it harder without a fresh trail of scent to follow. They didn't have any scent article, which Rico could use to track the animal. So the zoo brought in capybara fecal droppings from Cinnamon's family.
Okay.
I was worried he would go to the zoo to their enclosure, which makes sense to me.
Yeah.
But he followed a trail quite a while. He led the rescue team through a field with a horse and kept going to a ditch and found more scat there, which one of the keepers believed was from a capybara. I doubt I'm pronouncing that right, but
I think so.
He was searching for 3 hours in that same area, and the zookeepers put a trap down, and she was caught a day or so later.
Wow.
So yeah, he was right on the scent. Rachel says she hopes her 7-month-old border terrier Pebbles will carry on Rico's amazing work and keep searching for lost pets after he retires in the next year or so.
Oh, that's so sweet.
Yeah.
What a good dog.
But yeah, that's the post though. That's what I was going to come back to. The post kind of, once I read it, I was like, I saw this picture online of this really cute black and tan dog in Portugal, and they said he had 2 days left to live. That's pretty dark for a post.
That would.
Like, If that's not like, come get this fucking dog.
Well, yeah,
I don't know what
probably what they were trying to do.
It worked.
Is like, he's
worked.
gonna die. Are you gonna save him or not?
Yeah, 2 days left. Hey, 2 days.
I mean, that's one
it
way
worked.
to get people to rush.
Yeah, exactly. But it worked out. But yeah, then the other one was, it wasn't even, what is it, Cinnamon's droppings?
It was the
the family. Like, what?
That's like when they do poo transplants.
Oh God, I don't even know what that is.
Yeah, it was on Grey's. When like this girl, she had like done something and like fucked up her GI tract or something like that. And so they needed to do like a fecal transplant or whatever. So basically introduce this bacteria from somebody that was like living in the household with her that had like a similar lifestyle, you know?
Oh, okay.
And they took that fecal matter and put it in her like body, like somewhere in her GI tract to teach her body that bacteria is okay,
wow.
essentially. Yeah, because it was like a whole thing. I don't know. It was a whole thing. But that's what I'm saying is that it's, they're in such close quarters that it makes sense why that would be.
I think it's crazy that the dog, like what she was saying, that the dog didn't go to the enclosure, but actually followed the trail.
Yeah,
that's pretty crazy.
That's a really good dog.
Yeah.
Like luckily she saved him.
Yeah.
Because.
And he's been doing it for 10 years since that. Like, that's crazy. Now you're traveling the world training others to do it.
He probably ended up in that shelter because he just kept like following trails. And like the people were like, I'm sick of this fucking dog.
Maybe he kept running away or something.
Yeah, they
to try
just
to
didn't know how to handle it. But he found this person.
There you go. His lobster.
Yeah. She's a lobster.
Anything you want to add before we wrap up?
I don't think so. That was a good end.
Okay. All right, that's it for this week's episode of the Ranting Podcast, The Rant Files. If you enjoy the show, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share, and we'll see everyone next week.
Yeah.
Okay, bye.
Goodbye.